Good morning. Okay, so today's class is going to be a follow-up to Tuesday's class. On Tuesday, we did some weight work for our wrists, our hands, our arms. Today, we're going to do the same similar movements, but without weights. So we're going to do it more for mobility of our wrists, elbows, and arms, and some stretches, okay? So a strap may be helpful for that. All right, so let's get started simply by sitting back in your chair, bringing yourself into the space. I have somebody else joining. Good. Noticing your feet, where they are, the back of your thighs, your back, your shoulders. Good. Noticing how your hands and your feet feel, how your neck feels. And then just noticing your overall state of mind today. It doesn't have to be upbeat. It doesn't have to be happy. Maybe just acknowledge however it is that you actually feel today. Good. We'll take a few slower, deeper breaths. Lengthening up through the spine as we fill up the lungs. And then relaxing the shoulders as we exhale. Think again about that length of your body as the inhale fills up through your lungs. And then when you're exhaling, softening, maybe your face this time. Good. Take 3 more rounds. Going slowly, deeply. And your speed, your amount of inhale may be very different from mine, so feel free to go slower or faster. Good. Gently come back to a natural breath and open your eyes. I find that during that initial centering, if I give my awareness to my body, I'll find a place where I was clenching and I start to let that clenching go. So it could have been my shoulders, it could have been in my tush somewhere, I could have been like straining to do something. And I like that centering just to bring myself back to a sense of more calmness before we get started. All right, and then let's take the hands and bring them forward. And then we'll do our wave up and down. See how the wrists are feeling today. Good. And then from the up and down movement, I'm going to come forward so you can see me a little bit better. Take your palms down and move your hands side to side and see how your wrists do with that movement. It's kind of strange. We want to move the arms, but it's really about the wrists here. All right. Good. And then turn your palms up and we'll go up and down again. Good. And then with palms up, side to side. So anybody who spends a lot of time on the computer, on your cell phone, this is really good stuff for the wrists. Good. All right, shake out the hands for a moment. Then we're going to do the same movement, but with fists. Okay, so palms down, up and down. Good. And then side to side. I know it's a weird one. It doesn't have quite as much movement in this side. All right. And then palms up, fists, up and down. So you might remember if you were in Tuesday's class or if you've taken the video that we use this with weights, but today we're going to just use it for mobility. And then side to side. I know it's weird, isn't it? All right, good. Relax the hands down and let's do some circles. Move some wrist circles and then go other direction. And then to get the elbows involved, we're going to start to move the arms around from the elbows, keeping the upper arm still and let the elbows do some of the work along with the wrists. Good, reverse, go the other direction. Good, seeing how the elbows are feeling. All right, and then relax the hands down, shoulders up, inhale. Exhale, roll them back and down. Take 2 more, inhale up, exhale back and down, and 1 more. Good, let the shoulders roll back and down. Take your right hand over to your left shoulder blade or the top of your shoulder. Give yourself a little massage there, maybe finding any little areas of tension. I have what feels like a knot right about here. And I have that pretty regularly every day after I wake up. So it's the way I sleep or something. You can massage all the way up toward the neck and the base of the skull. Good. Of course, it would be nice if somebody else did this for you, but you know, hey, you're in charge of this today. All right, and then let that go and let your head move over to the right side and see how that, maybe we loosen things up a little bit. Yeah, you can keep massaging if you want to. Good, now bring the head back to neutral and we'll do other side. So left hand, so you can start with the top of the shoulder blade. Kind of that little area just between your shoulder and your neck. And then if you want, you can move up to the side of the neck. Your head's kind of turning away a little bit, and that's okay. My right side is much different than my left in this particular situation. That's why I think it's the way I sleep. Good. And then when you're ready, you can just let the hand go, let your head drift over to the left side. Good. And then bring the head back to neutral. All right, this time let the head turn to drift to the right and then nod the chin in a diagonal fashion. So we're going up and down, but since our head is tilted, it'll be diagonal. And bring the head back to upright and left ear to the left side. And then again, finding that diagonal movement. And then bring your head back to upright. Gently turn your head to the right. Good, we're gonna reach that left arm out. Turn the palm up and open and close the hands. Noticing how maybe there's a connection there, maybe not. So you might not feel it. Good. And then release the hand, bring the head back to neutral. And we'll take and turn the head to the left and then reach through the right arm. Palm is up and open and close the hands. And then come back to center. We'll take one more variation, turn the head to the right, left arm extends. And then let's turn palm down on that left hand, chin down. And then lift your chin and lift your palm. Take that a couple times. Exhale down, inhale up. One more. Good. Bring everything back to center. Beautiful. And then we'll go other side. So turn the head to the left, right arm extends. We'll start with chin down and palm facing down. And then chin up, palm up. Good, take that a couple times. Exhale down, inhale up. Good, one more time. Inhale up, beautiful. Bring your head back to center. Roll the shoulders around. All right, we'll do one more movement. Right hand to the front of the hip. Some of you may feel okay with taking your hand behind. Now we haven't done a lot of shoulder warm-ups, so make it gentle, okay? So you can be here, here, but keep that right shoulder down and back. Good, and so now we're moving that stretch into the shoulder and the arm. And then one more time, we're gonna turn the head to the left. Start to reach that right elbow back a little, just feeling the expansion right across the front of that shoulder blade. Good, and then come back to center. Good, shake out that right arm. And then we'll do left side. So either hand on the hip, shoulder down and back, or a hand behind the back. Don't go so far. Notice that my shoulder is down and back, but if I go too far, it starts to dip forward. So kind of back off to the point that it feels okay in your shoulder. And then we'll take the head and turn it to the right. Create a little more length across the neck. So you're moving your shoulder away from your ear. Take 2 rounds of breath here. Good, and then bring your head back to neutral. Release that left arm, shake it out. Good, move everything around, yeah, good. So we'll come back to the hands and the wrists in a bit. I don't wanna overdo one area and we can move through the rest of the body. Bring your hands to your thighs, lengthen your spine, scoot forward if you haven't yet so that you're away from the back of the chair. I sometimes forget to tell you that, and then next thing I know is like, oh, we're still sitting back, right? So we're gonna take a lean to the right. Good, notice that. And then a lean to the left. I have my feet a little bit wider so that I know that I'm not gonna fall out of my chair. Good, all right. Lean to the right. And a lean to the left. Beautiful. Now, scoop your chest forward, shoulders down and back. So a little bit like our cow pose, and then a lean to the right. Good, and then sink it back, curl the tailbone under, chin to chest, scooping the belly back. So we'll continue that into a round movement. Over to the side, forward, around, back. Good, take another one around. Make it slow this time. Normally we go fast through this one. And then when you're ready, we're gonna reverse that over to the right. But this time by slowing it down, we can really feel all the different parts of the body that are affected when we do these big torso circles. I don't even have a name. We should call this something. We should make up a name for this. It's a little bit like stir the pot, right? Stir the pot. All right, and then come back to center. Ooh, nice big spinal movement, right? So if we take that same movement without our hands on our thighs, drawing the belly in, maybe even squeezing the glutes. So what we could do is clasp the hands together and imagine we have a big spoon and then we're gonna stir the pot. Good. So the smaller you go, the gentler it is, right? The bigger you go, the more you'll feel in the core, maybe the low back. So you can go big, stir the pot, right? And then pause and go the other direction. Reach out and around. Whew. I'm getting all kinds of little creakly sounds in my back today, even though I already did a little bit of yoga. All right, come back to center. Woo, that felt good. All right, shake it out, wiggle it out a little bit. Okay. All right, so I watched a video, a half of a video that somebody sent me that comes from Palm Beach County Library. A guy that teaches chair yoga did a series for the library. It was kind of interesting. It's a lot of the same stuff that I teach, but he had a little bit different. Yeah, it's a great time for a water break. Go ahead and grab some water. He did things just a little differently. So I learned a couple things from him I'm going to try and incorporate today. All right. So one thing that was kind of interesting is, we normally do this knee into the chest, lift it up, and then just kind of give it a hug. That's one of my favorite movements, is really just to kind of feel a little stretching through the glutes area, and then just noticing how it feels. What he did was had the hands come under the thigh and then kick. Interesting, right? So we got the knee going too. Now, not everybody's going to be this high, so you can kind of come here, but we're going to do a little kick. So it's just a little different, not so much different. All right, and then when you're ready, go ahead and bring the leg down. Good. All right, with that same right leg, we'll come into our windshield wiper, just the one leg. So you can add the arm if you want to. Good, you can take your arm in and out. All right. Cool. All right, and then bring the right leg forward. And we'll do left leg. So left leg comes in. First, we'll start with drawing it in close to the chest. Maybe your hands are under the thigh. Maybe your hands are in front of your shin. I like to really kind of get a sense of squeezing here. Good. And then if you want, you can take your hands underneath the thigh, and then we'll do some kicks. Ooh, I'm feeling it different in my knees today. All right. All right, bring that left leg down. Give yourself a little release here. Take it off to the side and do in and out. Good. And then we're going to, if you want, add the hand. So the hand weaves in and out. I think this just makes it more fun. It's like a dance, right? All right. I'm making up a dance to go to this. It's a little hard to teach dances on Zoom because the music doesn't come through right. All right. All right. And then release. Good. So keeping the feet a little bit wider, we can do that combination of knee in and out, same hand, right? And then keep the right knee going, and let's make the left hand come in and out. Interesting. It's a little more mental work. What if your hand goes the same direction as your knee? All right. So we're just playing with that idea. All right. And then left leg. So left leg in and out. Same arm. Good. Notice I've lifted up my heel. It just makes it easier for me. And then opposite arm. Good. And then opposite arm going the same direction as the knee. I know, it's just a little silliness, right? Why not? All right, now both legs, both arms. Ooh, we could do this to a reggae song. That's what I'm working on, a reggae song. So it's kind of fun. All right, nice job. And all along, we've got the hips and the shoulders and the whole arms moving out. All right, shake it out. Oh, good job. All right, and then let's lift the heels, lift the toes. Feel the ankles get a little bit of movement here. Lift the heels, lift the toes. All right, and if you like, we'll open and close the hands while we're doing that. And can you do one hand opens, the other one close? I know it's a lot. One hand open, the other one close. I can't do both, can you? I can't do both. Wow, that's kind of tricky. All right, shake out the hands. All right, and then taking the right foot, I'm gonna roll along the outside of the foot so that you feel like you're outlining the edge of your foot while you're moving your leg around through the hip socket. Good, and then change the direction, opposite circle. Nice. All right, stretch out the leg. Good, and just a little half forward fold. So not so far today. We want to still wait till we've warmed things up a lot, just to get a sense of the back of the leg and how it feels all the way up the back of the leg into your low back area, okay? All right, come back to uprights. Good, bring the right foot in, and then we'll do left side. So we'll start by outlining the edge of the foot. Good, and then reverse those circles. All right, and then just extend that left leg. Hands can stay on that right thigh. Keep your spine long, draw the belly in, and then just find your first forward fold over that left leg. Just taking your time to feel the back of the leg. I have a little bend in my knee, so it doesn't have to be stick straight. Good, and then come back to upright. Good, tap out the feet. Swing out the arms. Any way you want to. You can move them any way you want. Okay. So one thing that was kind of fun that this guy did was he clapped the hands and he said, love, peace, joy, happiness. love, peace, joy, happiness. And so you can clap your hands around any way you want to. Love, peace, joy, happiness. Love, peace, joy, happiness. Love, peace, joy, happiness. Maybe behind the head, love, peace, joy, happiness. Good, maybe around the head, love, peace, joy, happiness. And then other direction, love, peace, joy, happiness. I thought that was just so cool. Just like a different energy. Maybe we've got a little tingling in our hands, but the whole idea is we've brought this beautiful energy of good things into our life or into our mind today. Okay, so coming back to the strap. So go ahead and reach for your strap or your scarf. It doesn't have to be big. It could be just a belt or something like that. I actually have my strap folded in half. All we want to do is bring the arms out in front so that your hands are about shoulder width or a little bit wider if you want to. Good. And don't let the shoulders round forward, gently draw them back. Keep your rib cage drawn in. And then with the tension, without pulling too hard, with just the tension, then we do that up and down movement and see if it feels different than when we had without the strap. Remember, you can stop anytime you want to. So just a little bit of tension, a little bit of resistance, right? All right, and then bring it to neutral and right and left, right and left. So trying to isolate just the wrist movement there. Good, release down, roll the shoulders around. And then turn the palms up so that the strap is laying on top of your hands. Good. And then we'll reach out. Good, and then same thing. So it's okay to spread your hands if you want to, otherwise I'm holding on and I'm just gonna go down and up. Down and up, keep a little bit of tension between the strap. So your arms are actually doing a little bit of work here too. All right, and then keep the wrists neutral and go side to side. I know my shoulders, my arms are getting really tired. So when you're ready, go ahead and bring it down. Let go of the strap. And then we'll take palms up and then close the right, spread the fingers left, and then switch. Opposite hands. It's just interesting. That's another thing I got from that video. He did opposite so that it makes your brain work a little bit too while you're doing this work. All right, and then rotate the wrists around. Good. Shake them out. Nice job. So just a little more attention to our arms is what that is doing for us. So now go ahead and take your arms out wide. Good. Palms are facing down. Stretch your fingers out. Good. Relax your shoulders. Beautiful. And feel that movement or that energy that's moving from your palms all the way up into your arms. Good. Relax them down when you're ready. Okay. Roll them out. All right, so now we can put that into our warrior stance, right? So we'll take right leg over to the right, and the left leg can stay where it is, or if you like, you can extend it to the left. Good. All right, so, and sometimes you gotta scoot towards the edge of your chair. Some of you will like to actually, take one side thigh on the chair. It's a little too much for me, so I'm gonna stay here. All right, so now, arms reach out. Beautiful. Fingertips spread wide. Relax the shoulders. Draw the rib cage in. Beautiful. And then reverse your warrior. So right hand turns up, comes up. Left hand can come to the thigh, or you can wrap your left arm behind you into our peaceful warrior. Good. And back to warrior two. Think of your arms and what they're doing here. Bend your right elbow. Bring it to the top of your thigh. Press down with your forearm so that you're working into your arm, and then left hand can be to the shoulder or up and over. Finding your side angle pose. Good, and then one more time back out to warrior two. Good, if you'd like to go through another round, we can do that. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Side angle. Back to warrior two. Beautiful. Let that go. Nice job. All right. Let's go ahead and bring both legs forward. maybe going a little bit wide and just finding a little forward fold in between sides. So I like halfway down, forearms to thighs. You can bring your hands to shins, wiggle it out here. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly come back up. All right, we'll go opposite side. So start with right knee facing forward, left leg to the left. Again, you can stay right here, or you can extend that right leg. It's up to you on what feels best in your hips, okay? So you choose either one. All right, arms out, palms down, relax your shoulders, lengthen your spine, look out to the left. Feel the length, feel your arms working here. Then turn your left palm up, reach up through that left hand. Right hand can go to the chair, the thigh, or wrap it behind you. That's our peaceful warrior, back out to warrior two. And then as the left elbow bends, bring it to the thigh, but press away. And then right arm up and over. So we're not sinking into the shoulders, we're pushing through the arms here. Good, and one more time, inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, inhale, reverse. Exhale, back to warrior two. Good, and then releasing out to our side angle pose. Good, back up to upright. Beautiful, relax the arms down. I know my arms get tired after a bit. All right, we'll come back to center. With the legs a little bit wider, what I'm gonna ask you to do, let's do this side first. Right hand to right knee, or see how it feels to reach down towards your foot. Don't go too far, only to the point that your body feels okay with that. And then we're gonna take left arm up. So we're doing a little side bend here and a little bit of a twist, and then come back up. Good, and other side. So left hand can be on left knee, or we can slide it down and reach up through the right. Good, and then come back up. And then this time we're gonna take opposite. So right hand to left knee, and you can keep it up here, or you can slide it down and find a mixture, more of a twist movement here. Good, and then come back up. Woo, that's a big one for me. All right, and other side, left hand, slide it down if you want to, and open up through the right side. Good, and then come back to neutral. Good, relax the arms. Phew, let's give the arms a break. They need some work. They need some rest. You know, when we do a lot of this movement, it can get really tight through the neck and the shoulders. So move things around. Let's go ahead and take our neck circles. Feeling that nose or chin drawing a letter O in front of us. A few times around, and then reverse, go the other direction. Good. And then we'll do chin down and chin up, chin down, chin up. Good. And the last time, as we take the chin up, open the jaw, open and close a few times. You can even feel that place where your jaws are connected. Good. And then let the whole thing rest. Good. I forget about that sometimes. That's a good exercise. You can even do a little massage right on the sides of your face. All right. Good. Let's take one more. Let's take another water break before we start to move into our standing poses. All right. Standing in any way you'd like to. Nothing fancy today. Have your chair nearby for support. I'm going to put mine off to the side. Good. Find your feet beneath your hips. And we haven't spent so much attention on the feet, so we'll go ahead and rock onto the heels and the toes. Just feeling the base of the foot getting nice and soft and spreading out wide, so it's good support for us. And then go ahead and bring your toes down and grip your mat or your carpet or whatever you have underneath your feet. Curl the toes under and imagine you're trying to really grip that. Feel the arches of your feet lift and then go ahead and relax your toes. So I know you can't see so much what's happening with my feet. So I'm showing it with my hands. So you're gripping, curling the toes under. Good, and then spreading them out. Good, last one. Grip the toes and then spread. All right, and then just lifting one ankle, circling it around. I know I'm holding onto a chair today. And then the other one. Reverse, good. I know, bring it down. All right, so, and then bending the knees, hands on thighs, and circle here. Some people, this bothers their knees, so feel free to skip that if it's not feeling good for your knees, okay? Good, and reverse, other direction. Feel the ankles, the knees, the hips, whatever's happening here. All right, and then go ahead and come back up. Nice job. All right, so we'll start to move through our sun circles. So finding your mountain pose, feet underneath the hips, shoulders in line with the hips, ears in line with shoulders. Feel free to hold onto the chair with one hand if you need to, all right? We're gonna just do some circles. Inhale, arms out and up. And exhale, swing them back down. Good, take a couple of those. Inhale, reach up. Lift your rib cage away from your pelvis. And exhale, release. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach out and up. Good. And then release down. Good. All right. From that position, we're going to have right foot forward, left foot back. Right knee is bent. If you can keep the back heel up, try that. Otherwise, if you need to bring your foot heel down, you can. So we're going to find a bit of balance in our lunge pose. I like to make sure my tailbone's reaching down because otherwise I'm dumping into my low back and my low back doesn't like it, right? So for me, I actually bend the back knee, scoop the tailbone down, and then reach back through the heel. Okay, so play with that. All right, here we got a little bit of balance. All right, so you're either holding on with one hand or we bring the hands forward. Good, and then open and close. Good, and then up and down. It's a little bit of focus, right? A little bit of focus, side to side. Good, and then stretch it out, maybe reach up. Good, all right, release the arms down, come back to standing. Doesn't matter whether you stepped back or stepped forward. Notice how that one leg that was back, the left leg, you might feel different in that hip than you did on the other one. So switch sides, left foot forward, right foot back. Good. And if you notice that you were using one hand on the chair, you might want to turn around or move to the other side of the chair just so you can do both hands. It's up to you, okay? All right, once again, in our lunge pose, give yourself time to feel your tailbone, reach down a little bit, and then press out through the heel, okay? So we're working through the core, we're working through our balance. All right, this time we're gonna bring arms forward, palms up. All right, make this curl, up and down. Good, side to side. I know that's one of the weirdest moves ever. Good, and then up. All right, spread the fingers wide. Nice job. All right, release, step it forward. Woo, good. Move the hips side to side. And circle. Reverse. Okay, march it out. Lift one leg and then the other. If you want, you add the opposite arm. Good. And then freeze. One leg up, hold. You can hold on to your chair. Good. And then other leg up and hold. I'm gonna hold on to my chair too, a little bit. I know it's not easy, right? Bring it down, good, swing it out. All right, and then we'll take one more variation of that. So march it out. So low march or high march, knee up high, right? So knee up high. It's completely up to you. What are your hips telling you today? What is your back telling you? And then as you're ready, we'll bring right leg up. Good. Maybe stretch out the leg. Maybe not. That one's tough for me too. Good. Bring it down, march it out. Start with low. And then if you want to go high, we're going to go high. All right. And then next time left leg comes up, hold. Maybe stretch it out. Maybe hold on to your chair. Good. And then bend. Whew. Bring it down. Nice job. I know my hips get a little sore from that movement, so swing it out, move it in any way that feels good. Okay. And let's take the feet a little wider, toes turned out into a little diagonal stance. You can stay here or you can bend the knees into goddess pose. I'm always talking about core here because I want the reminder that we can make this a core movement where the belly's drawn in, the glutes are working, right? Rather than just kind of hanging out here, we want to make this a little bit strong. All right. So now that we find our goddess pose, it's okay to straighten your legs whenever you need to, maybe even stay there. We'll go ahead and find our goddess pose. Good, bring your arms into our cactus shape. Good, now notice the fingers spread wide. Think about your arms, and we're gonna turn so that the palms are facing down. Good, notice how that feels on the shoulders, and then bring it back up. Good, now make fists, and we're gonna take one down, and then the other one. Ooh, I'm looking at my camera and seeing that my shoulders are uneven. All right, and then can you bring your your palms past that? I can't do it so much. All right, and then release, come back to upright. Whew, wiggle out the hips. All right, turn your feet forward so that they are parallel. All right, and then here's a good place for our strap. If you're feeling balanced, if you're not feeling balanced, skip the strap, okay? So with your feet wide, we're gonna take our strap behind us with the palms up. So shoulders down and back. Good, and then just feel that length of your shoulders and your arms reach down and back, draw the rib cage in. We'll add a little bend to the knees and a little hinge forward. So you're going to pause whenever you need to. Some of you will take your arms and reach them up a little higher. Some of you just keep them low. It's kind of just listening to your shoulders. Maybe going a little deeper into your forward fold. And then go ahead and lower the arms toward your low back, come back to upright. Good, and then go ahead and release that. All right, walk the feet closer together. Whew, shake it all out. So this is to show that in our poses, we tend to think of the big things like our shoulders and our hips and our back. But our hands and our arms are very much involved. And just by paying attention to them, we notice the involvement in that. And so how we have to rotate. So like if you bring your arms forward, you can see how that rotation happens in the shoulder. But if you bend your elbows, you'll see how the rotation happens in the, it's partially in the wrist and partially in the forearms, right? All right, and then go ahead and bring that down. All right, we have one more balance pose. So this time you're going to move to the right side of your chair. We're just going to do a regular tree pose which is enough by itself, but we're gonna add the hand work to it, okay? All right, so I'm gonna step it back. So first of all, find the center of your gravity. Find your mountain pose. Good. As you're ready, shift your weight into your left foot, bend your right knee. Toe can stay down. So just a little bit of a bend to the knee. Then if you want to open the knee out, you can, keeping the heel against the ankle. Then if you want to bring the foot to the calf, you can. Otherwise, find whatever position feels comfortable and stable for you today. We're going to make a little sign of thumb to index finger. All right, so you can stay here, hold on to your chair. Or if you want to bring it up, you can bring it up. Just feeling the motion of your hands along with your balance pose. Good, and it's okay if you're feeling a little wobbly to wave it around a little bit. Good, release the arms down, bring that right knee forward, set the foot down. Good, shake it out anywhere you need to. And these are mudras, they're called little postures for the hands. I don't know them that well, so it's just kind of fun to play with them. And as I learn them, I'll share them more with you. All right, move to the left side of your chair. All right, once again, find your mountain pose. Feel the steadiness between both right and left sides. Good. As you're ready, gently shift your weight to your right foot, bend your left knee. Stay right here. Notice if it feels stable. If you feel stable and ready to do more, take that knee out to the side, bring your heel to your ankle. If you want to bring the foot to the calf, you can. So if you're holding on with your right hand, you can make that mudra or that shape of your fingertip to thumb to fingertip and do just that arm. You can also keep it low. So it's just kind of a playing around of how your hands feel in connection with this pose. Good. When you're ready, release the arms down, bring the knee forward, set the foot down. Good. Whew. Move the ankle, move the hips, march it out, swing it out, anything you'd like to do here. Good. So we just have so much grace and so much strength in our arms that it's good to acknowledge that. All right, let's make our way back down to the chair. Take a water break again. And I forgot to check in with you all. How are you feeling? How's everything going today? Doing all right? Okay, good. I'm thinking about that turkey or that lechon that in Cuban culture, it's always a roast pig that they do. And so that's, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the roast, but I'll probably order it from somewhere. Okay. All right. So just noticing how your wrists and everything feel. Kind of open and close the hands, move the wrists around. Good. We'll do one more thing with the strap, and this one's for the legs. So take your strap, open it up. Good. We'll bring the strap underneath the right foot. I like to do it at the ball of the foot rather than the arch. And then start to stretch out the leg. Good. Keep it low, stretch it out, then decide if you want to come higher. Okay, it's up to you. Good. Shoulders down and back. Good alignment in our posture. Relax your shoulders down. And just noticing how that leg feels. Good. And then take both ends of the strap into the right hand. You can wrap it if you want to. And then we'll take right leg out. Good. Left arm out too. Beautiful. Wow. If I could take a picture of you all, that would be cool. All right, bring it back to center. Take the straps into the left hand. And then we're gonna go up and over any amount. You may find that it's too much, so you can always bend your knee, okay? Right arm. Good, and then go ahead and bend that right knee. Let your knee come over the left knee. If that's not feeling good in your hips, just bring right ankle over left ankle, okay? So let go of your strap here. We're gonna just let the left hand come to that right knee. Lengthen your spine with an inhale. Exhale, turn to your right, reach back with your right hand. Take your chin to the right. You can stay here, you can bring that left hand or left forearm to the outside of the knee. Take 2 rounds of breath. Good, as you're ready, unwind your twist. Good. Bring the right knee up and bring the leg down. All right. Second side. Strap under the left foot. Reach out first, then decide how high you want to go. Okay, so there's no competition. There's no goal of how high we get our leg. It's just a matter of how it feels in your body. I have a little tiny bend in that knee to make sure that I'm not putting the wrong pressure on that knee. Good. Then when you're ready, let's take both ends of the strap into the left hand. All right, take that leg out to the side. What? All right, maybe the right arm reaches out. Maybe you lengthen your spine just a little more by pushing down into that right foot. And maybe you turn your head to that right side. Breathing, focusing. Good, and then bring your head back to center, bring the leg back to center, take both straps into the right hand, and then slightly up and over. Again, if it's too much, you can always bend the knee, okay? So pause here, left arm out. Look to the left if you want to. Good, look forward, bend the knee. Left knee over right knee, or again, if it's not for your hips, then you can just do left ankle over right ankle, okay? All right. Finding our twist here, right hand to the left knee. Lengthen your spine, inhale, exhale, twist to the left, hold for 2 rounds of breath. Feel free to bring that right forearm to the outside of the knee. Good, use your next inhale to bring your torso back to center. Good, uncross the leg, woo, shake it out, nice job. So we've kind of moved through the hands, the hips, everything already. I know I like this is my new favorite movement just because it's fun. All right, so we've done a lot, even holding the strap is a lot on our wrists and our arms. So it'd be nice to give them a little bit of a stretch right now. So let's do the hands back to back. Girl, good, and curl the fingers. See how that feels. Do a little bit of curling. It's a big one for me. It's a big stretch. All right, and then flip it around so the palms are together. Good, now you can just keep this relaxed with elbows down, or you can bring the elbows up and palms down a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Just feel that's a big stretch. So let the right side win and then let the left side win. It's kind of interesting, right? All right, and then as you clasp your hands together, you can move the wrists around. You could even pretend like you were paddling, you know, you're doing a paddle boat or canoe. Like a canoe or kayak movement, right? All right. Come to center, gently press the palms forward. Good. You decide whether you keep it here or out, stretching it out. And then as you're ready, let it go, reach back, lift your chest, find a little bit of a cow movement. We didn't do so much cat and cow today, so maybe this is our time to notice that, and then release. Good, roll the shoulders. All right. And then we'll do that one more time. Hands back to back. Wiggle out the fingers. This is something my dad would do to annoy me. He loves to do things like this just to annoy me, right? All right, and then put the palms. Good. Low or high on the elbows. Good. Spread the fingers wide. And then clasp the hands so that the opposite hand is on top, the way that you're not used to. And then we'll find that movement side to side, making a little wave. If you want, you can make it like a paddle thing, but I like the wrist movement, but you can do whatever you like to here. And then gently press the palms forward. Beautiful. If you want, you can reach it out. If you want, you can reach it up. We'll do a little wiggle side to side. Good, and then reach the arms back. Find your lift of your chest into our cow pose, and then rounding into our cat pose, chin to chest, belly draws back, tailbone under. Maybe take a couple of those. Inhale, arch the back, exhale, curl. Good, one more. Good, and then giving yourself a hug. Pat on the back, good job. Say thank you arms, thank you hands for doing all the work you do for me today. And every day, really. And then noticing which arm's on top, we're gonna switch. Inhale, exhale, opposite arm on top. Just a nice hug, a nice relaxation, and a pat on the back. Good. So as you can see, you cannot detach the arms from the shoulders when you come to movement. So probably next week we'll move a little bit more into the shoulders. All right, and then releasing the arms. Good, and then give yourself a moment to move anything that needs to move. So if you'd like a forward fold, go for a forward fold. If you want to move the head around, go for that. If you want to sit back in your chair and lean back, you can do that. It's okay, take your time. We did a lot of different movements today. Everybody has their favorites, so take your favorite. Love that. I love watching you all do something just a little bit different. And notice that if you've done the pose that we did earlier in the class, it may feel completely different than when we got started, all right? And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and sit back in our chair. Let's take a few deep breaths. Fill up the lungs all the way to the top, and then slowly let it go. Always coming back to our breath. Our breath is our guide. It not only guides us, it can help us change how we feel. So changing our calmness of our breath, changing the length and the depth of our breath can simply change how we feel. And then as you wish, let's take a deep breath and let it out with a big sigh. If that feels good, do one more. Big sigh. Relax your jaw. Close your eyes if that feels good. Hands can be palms down, palms up. You can make a gesture of palm on top of palm. If that feels good, you can just find anything that your hands are enjoying. And then just to let yourself begin to release all of the poses as we come into a space where we just be. There's nothing to do but be. Let your mind be in this moment, in your body. And as you discover areas of the body that may be holding on to a little tension, invite those areas to soften. Whether it's your jaw, your shoulders, your glutes, your back, your hands, your feet. Invite everything to find a sense of ease. I'll be quiet for a bit so that everybody can just enjoy a bit of stillness. Gently bring your awareness back to the moment. Feel the breath move through the body. Begin to invite a little bit of movement. Maybe it's fingers and wrists. Maybe it's toes and ankles. Maybe you'd like to move your head around. Start to deepen your breath. Feel free to stretch in any way that your body likes. Feel free to move in any way that your body likes. And then as you're ready, gently open your eyes. We'll take one more deep breath in through the nose. And another big sigh. Good. Turning our palms up and really recognizing all the things that our hands and our arms do for us today. We do this often, but this time we're really going to notice our hands, our palms, our wrists, our arms. Feel that energy that we've just created. And hopefully it's energizing, but also relaxing. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, sealing that energy to carry with you through the day. The light in me sees and honors the beautiful light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a great weekend, everybody.